What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Tell Mom podcast. I'm feeling good right now.
Dang,
this
Cullen.
is amazing.
Break it down.
This is amazing.
Screaming in the mic. I feel good too, Cullen.
This is awesome. What's up? How are y'all doing? How are you doing?
Hey.
I feel like I'm in a new place right now.
Because you are, Cullen. You're in the brand new Don't Tell Mom podcast set. Woo!
This is incredible. Like Corey and Britany have been working their butts off. He framed in this whole wall behind us and ran electrical outlets, and you painted it and got it all set. It's amazing.
Painting is hard work. That's a workout, y'all.
I love it. Like it's so cozy in here. What do y'all think? If you're watching on YouTube, let us know. If you're not, then go watch it on YouTube and let us know. But this is like if you don't know, if you haven't been watching on our channel, I guess we'll just kind of touch on this, but we'll come back to it in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Cullen is moving.
Me and Katie are moving. We kind of hinted at that last podcast about big changes coming. And this is one of them. So this new studio is amazing.
I know. The studio was down in Cullen's basement. If y'all have never seen the YouTube and don't know that, it was down in Cullen's basement, and now it's down in my basement because they had to get everything ready and staged to sell their house. And Cullen just didn't want to sit there and explain 1,000 times what this podcast was.
That staged house tour is actually up right now.
Wow.
It just went up yesterday. If you're listening,
I saw it online. It's gorgeous.
Go check it out.
I love it, dude. Congratulations.
Thanks.
New beginnings, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So, okay, before we dive too deep into the podcast, last week we were on the podcast with Carl from Carl and Ginger Family.
Yes.
And he's amazing. Y'all have got to go check him out if you've never heard of him. He's awesome. And go watch that last episode because it'll blow your mind. But we talked about, mental health and just making sure that you're finding peace and happiness with yourself mentally and all that. And then, so we thought, this week, let's touch a little bit on physical health. Right? I don't know. Well, y'all know I just had a baby, and
that was a great segue for a sponsor that we have on the Don't Tell Mom podcast this week.
I've been trying to lose the weight and get my body feeling good, and I've been having these little bouts of, I don't know if it's baby blues or postpartum or what it is, but I've been trying to really focus on.
It's life.
Yeah, it is life.
It's life. I can attest to this.
It's hard out here for a pimp. Trying to make that money for the rent. No, for real though. I've been really trying to focus on my mental and physical health. And if you're like me and you're doing the same thing, then you definitely need to check out this new product. This is our sponsor for today.
Prime Life.
Prime Life.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm actually legitimately excited about this because when I said this is life. Katie hasn't had a baby in 2 years, 3 years in 10 days. Our son will be 3, but she has recently discovered this natural phenomenon of supplements. And so when I say, this is just life and this is what will make you feel better physically, it's true. And when I first saw her tinkering around with MCT oil, I didn't know. I was like, what is going on?
What are you down there doing?
This is crazy.
So what Prime Life is it's all natural supplements. It's they have green coffee pills. They have the MCT oil pills. They have the 15-day cleanse, with the probiotics, and they just have
and the relaxation.
Right? They just have all these supplements and these pills that you can take to make your body feel better. And I know y'all are probably thinking well, I don't want to put any kind of foreign pills and what is this stuff? Can I trust it? Yes, you can. They're FDA approved. What is that? The
Federal Drug Administration.
Yeah, but it's the GMP certified pills.
I'm about to open up this Relax one right now, the stress support formula, and just go ahead and take me one right now.
Right? I don't know if y'all have ever taken diet pills or any kind of supplements like this. Sometimes they make you feel weird and they have these crazy side effects,
Yeah.
These don't do that at all. They're all natural. The herbs and the enzymes for these products are hand-picked from organic farms. This is serious, Cullen. This is very, very health-focused. It's healthy. It's organic. It's all natural. There's no kind of crazy harmful chemicals in this stuff. I mean, this is the stuff you want to put in your body.
If you're watching on YouTube, I've been posting little bits and pieces from their website. I'm sitting here looking at their website.
Yeah.
They've got it all. This is amazing.
Yeah.
They've got the Green Coffee Plus. It is burns fat, especially the visceral fats. You know, those visceral fats will
Those
get
are the
you.
tummy
They're
fats,
like
right?
vicious. Yeah.
The tummy fats are going to be the death of me, Cullen.
Well, that's what with the MCT oil. That's the gut cleanser or the gut that's why Katie. Everybody asks it on our channel. Well, how's Katie losing all this weight?
Yeah,
she's actually supplementing with these natural products that are helping her body regulate itself essentially, as opposed to just.
It's
going
like a
through the
meal
day.
for your body.
Yes, and so let me go back to the green tea here. I mean the green coffee.
Yeah, it helps you lose weight.
Helps you lose weight, so suppress the appetite, increase energy levels, improves colon regularity.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you the jitteries. That's what I'm talking
Right.
about. You know the like. Those diet pills that just make you feel crazy. Ugh, yuck! I hate those.
Oh man, yeah.
This doesn't make.
We
you
got
feel
some
like
some old stories about all those gas station over the counter crap that is not FDA approved.
Yellow jackets. And shit.
Yes.
No, don't do it, folks. Go the all natural, organic way. I'm telling you.
So with the the MCT oil. Let me look at that one here. If you're looking on the screen, it's up on the screen now. The improves gut health. That's what it was. Boosts your energy, helps preventing viral infections, prevents your body from harmful bacteria, naturally reduces yeast growth in the gastrointestinal tract.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about, because
if you're trying to keep anything healthy, it's gastro.
Right?
What is it?
Gastrointestinal. Yes,
yeah, you got to keep that too clean.
It helps your gut feel better. There was something I was as a food supplement. MCT Oil Plus contains all natural ingredients which make it as the food itself. You can consume it as a pill or by putting it into your meal, drink, or smoothie.
Right?
And that's what Katie would do, is put this MCT oil in her smoothie.
She probably put it in yours too, just trying
I didn't know.
You know, and you didn't even know. This is a great way, ladies, to keep your husbands on track with their health. Get them, lose those LBs, get rid of that dad bod they got going on. Just slip this in their drink in the morning, their coffee. You know?
Well, now to get rid of the dad bod quick, right before spring break or something, you can use the 15-day Cleanse Plus. And I can attest to this cleansing stuff.
You did this.
Well, yeah, right when I came out about the drug addiction stuff, I just wanted to detox my body from all the crap, and so I tried a little 7-day cleanse thing that I just got from the gas station or the whatever pharmacy.
Yeah.
And the thing is with this, it has probiotics. I didn't know I needed probiotics.
Yeah.
And so I took that, and I felt like crap.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of excited to test this one out
with
and see.
the probiotics. You don't feel that way.
Right.
This has got the actual good stuff that is actually going to help you. This one, Cullen, this one's going to be my favorite. I can already tell you, because I'm all about
what I'm saying.
Rest and relaxation.
Yes.
I am so serious about this relax stress support formula. So they formulated this to relieve your stress and calm you and relax you. And I'm on board with this one, Cullen. If y'all watched my last vlog, this is me all day. This is my life now. I'm trying to take bubble baths and candles. I'm getting in Zen mode over here.
Soothe elevated stress levels. Yes. Promotes cognitive health and the increase of blood pressure. It's crazy, because as I was growing up, I used to hear mom say, God, I can feel my blood pressure raising, and I didn't, my blood's boiling, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
This is what they're talking about.
The older I've gotten, the more I can literally tell when my blood pressure's skyrocketed, especially with these two little kids running around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely, I'm seriously about to take one of these right now.
Y'all need to go check this company out. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. It's Prime Life is the name of it. What we're going to do is we're going to do a giveaway. Woo!
Oh, snap.
Giveaways. We're going to give you a discount code. Okay, the discount code is you follow the link and then you type in DTM5 for 5% off. But the giveaway also, you have to follow this link that's in our description. You follow that, and then you download their free ebook.
Yes.
After you've done that, leave in the comment and tell us what your health goals are, and we are going to pick random selection.
Yes.
So one of you that have left a comment of your health goals, we're going to pick one of you and send you some free products.
And if you're listening, there will be a link in the description as well on the podcast.
Go check it out.
So yeah, the health goals are fun. The health goals are inspiring and help you get going, especially in the middle of the summer
Especially
when you need it.
When you just had a baby and you're overweight and you can't fit in none of your damn clothes like me. I'm telling you, I'm on board with this. You feel good. If you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you do good. Dress for success. Relax. Mental health, physical health. I am on board.
We're just like changing our own little worlds here right now. This is amazing.
I want to be around long enough to watch my daughter grow up.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? I want to be healthy. I want to see my grandkids, and I want to get there. And Cullen, I'm gonna tell you, I wore my body out these last couple of years. I mean, like my 20s, like my whole 20s. I mean, the last few years I've been fine, but I mean, I did some damage to this model. Okay, I'm gonna trade this body in. Oh my God, have you seen Black Mirror?
No.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. You can basically when you die, they put this thing into a new body and it's like you and everything. Like you can touch it. It's a synthetic body.
It's like a clone?
Yeah. It's like a synthetic body they make. And then, oh dude.
That's not all natural.
Of you Black Mirror fans, I just started watching this because I binge watched Breaking Bad. Favorite show ever. Cullen, the fact that you've never seen that blows my mind.
We talked about that a couple of podcasts.
It was Dad's like favorite show, and you know how Dad get all hyped up about like his shows and stuff, and you'd just be like, he'd sell it to you, buddy. He wanted to convince you this is the best. Well, Dad talked about the show all the daggum time, so the fact that you haven't watched it blows my mind.
I know. Well, I'm excited, and that reminds me of this quote that I heard today from a preacher, actually.
It's Sunday.
Talking about yes. I'm all like, woo, praise Jesus, or whoever else you want to praise. But as far as like getting back mentally and physically and everything, who we are, nothing is stronger. This is by Victor Hugo. Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come.
Ooh.
Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come. I heard that and I was like,
dang.
Oh. And it's like the whole manifesting, or not necessarily manifesting, but like if you have an idea and you want, like this podcast was just an idea, and like it's basically living in the moment and having, the fortitude and the mental and physical ability to say, I'm going to change who I am. Yeah. And it's the right time. You can procrastinate or talk about it, or you can just get up and get your ass in gear and make changes in your life.
One of my good friends, I know this is probably going to throw you off a little bit, but one of my friends passed away, and we were celebrating last night. I was on FaceTime on a group message with a bunch of my friends that we were all in a group of friends together, and we were drinking a shot for him, in his memory. And
I got that Facebook notification. Yeah, it's JJ's birthday today. Yeah. I was like, oh, dang.
I know. So we drank a shot for him and told stories and hung out on the phone or whatever, And one of the things that we were talking about, and this is what made me think of it, is that JJ was a do it right now kind of guy. Like, I would always be I would always procrastinate, and he'd be like, no, just do it. Like, if you wanted to talk to somebody about, changing your car insurance, trying to get a lower rate or something, and you just mentioned it, he would whip his phone out and just call, hey, what's your rates over there? What I mean? He was a good old boy. He would just do it right then. There was he was very much a go-getter. I think the first day I met him, he came to a party at my house. And the next morning, I woke up and I'm hungover, and I woke up to this crazy loud noise outside my window, and I'm like, "What is that?" And I look out the window, and it's JJ. I just met this kid at my party the night before. I guess he was one of the 10 people probably that had passed out on the couches and stuff downstairs, didn't want to drive home, but he had woke up and went and got his pressure washer, came back to my house, and was outside pressure washing my back patio. And I'm like, "Who is this guy?" He's like, "Well, it was dirty."
And just got it done.
It needed cleaning. And I have a pressure washer. I imagine you girls didn't. It was me and 2 girls in an apartment or a townhouse. And he just came over and did it. It's just that, taking the initiative why wait? Why procrastinate? Why go, I don't want to. Just do it.
Well, and that's kind of, as far as like getting our house ready to sell and stuff, Carl helped a lot in that for me mentally.
Talk about good timing, right?
Yes. I mean, he was just like, look, you just got to think about that. Don't think about what's going to happen in the future. You can't think about all the crap that you've accumulated over the past. Just as far as like decluttering, just focus on, and literally before I knew it, everything was like, gone, put up, and everything, because I just didn't think about, like, I wasn't like focused on other outside things. And I actually did start listening to one of the books that was recommended by him, and I actually already had it downloaded in my Audible library that I didn't even know from a long time ago.
When I was reading that,
right? Well, because I was like trying to search for how to get myself mentally, and I was like, oh, this sounds good. It's got a lot of reviews, but then that's like one of the first ones he recommended.
It's just like what you do. You just grab, and get a whole bunch of stuff, and then never even look back at it. Yeah.
Well, and as far as like the car insurance and stuff, or the what health insurance, or even putting
just
your
doing
house
these
on
mundane adult
like,
things.
You hear like, okay, I want to start a business, or I want to, I don't know, it's such a daunting hill to climb or whatever. And Mel Robbins, I've mentioned her in the past, she talks about this. And if you just break it down, and if you just take the steps, count, give yourself 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed and go, don't. If you have this idea or this thought, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, okay, and you take the very first baby step to that. So it's like, okay, I want to start a business about raising chickens. Okay, so at first you're like, oh, I got to get
Cullen
a coop.
Watch a YouTube video and he'd be a damn chicken farmer. He'd be a chicken farmer.
But you call these, and you would just call the very first person, and just I've gotten humble in my age, I guess. And so literally when we were trying to redo our health insurance and stuff, they were talking about all this stuff, and like in the past I would have acted like I know what I was talking about, but as I've gotten older, he was using all these big lingo jargon words, and I was like, I'm sorry, sir, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. But his job is to explain it. And so instead of me
feeling bad, like for
stupid,
you doing your job.
I was like, so he broke it down in layman's terms and was like, look, if a lady's walking her dog and the dog gets off the leash and comes and bites you, he was talking about, he like insurance, broke it down in that form, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Now I understand what you mean with umbrella policy and all this stuff. But so don't be afraid to like ask dumb questions. Like stupid. They always say there is no stupid question in school and all that.
I'm convinced now that I am of age to know this for a fact. I'm convinced that nobody knows what the hell they're doing.
No,
no one. All these adults out here going around doing adulting things. They don't know what the hell they're doing either. Like starting a business, you just got to do it. You just got to say, okay, well, this is what just common sense, I guess. Yeah. I'll tell you when we started that fireplace business with Dad.
Oh yeah.
He didn't know what, you could just tell looking at that man. He didn't know what the hell he was doing, And what we did, we devised a plan. It's like, okay, well, what do we got to do? We have these things, we can make them. Who are we going to sell them to? And we literally started printing out. We had no money. We're literally printing out like little flyers with a picture of our product and then our information on the back, like how to get in touch with us and the prices or whatever.
This was right before the brink of the internet too. So it was like, oh, if we just known a little bit more about like the internet, it would have been a lot easier.
I'm telling you,
he printed out all that crap.
We printed out tons of those, and he literally just had me driving every day after school. I'm in high school. Every day after school, me and my friend Taylor would go get in the car. We'd be riding around getting high, to be honest with you, and just riding around looking for neighborhoods that were like in the process of building, like construction sites. Right. So we were looking for a certain kind of construction site. It was a house that was not all the way done, but didn't have a fireplace in it yet, but had the structure up, so we're like traipsing around these job sites, literally I was probably 16, 17 years old, traipsing around these job sites, thumbtacking pictures of our product, pictures of our fireplaces on where the fireplace is going to go in the house. So when the home builder came in, he'd be like, what's this tacked to the frame of this house where the fireplace is supposed to go? And be like, oh, there's a fireplace company, bam.
Right, boom.
And if it's one of them go-getting types, it's like, well, let's just do this right now. And they would immediately call me, and that's how we got all the business. That's how we ended up with like 20 home builders in Birmingham. And I mean, it's just crazy that he had no idea what he's doing, and it became this really good company.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and there were still times as a 17-year-old where I was like, Dad, what are you doing? Like, why are you selling it for that cheap when you could sell it for this much? But like, he didn't know what he's doing.
He didn't know what he's doing.
But he's not going to listen to his 17-year-old son either, because I don't have any say so. He's
like, you're just getting greedy.
Yeah. It's crazy just as far as technology goes, because that's all I've done recently, and you are a big fan of this, is searching real estate.
I love it.
Searching these real estate
send them
apps.
stuff.
Oh
Cullen's
my
like, I
gosh.
saw that one already, Britany. I'm looking at the same site as you are. I'm like, oh, well, I do this all the time. Like,
And so I can see like new construction and then,
Yeah.
all the prices of the houses. And the way they've got it now on all of these real estate sites is you can like zoom in and then like based on the color, it's either just gone on the market, it just reduced its price. And it's
Right.
like so intuitive now versus like driving around, seeing a sign and
going down the rabbit hole, trying to follow the sign to the house, and then you get there, it says under contract. And you're like,
my
daggone.
gosh. So
different.
I'm going to kind of back up.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I got a couple things. So if y'all heard in the beginning of the
The
podcast,
house.
we're moving.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what-
So we're
I know you talked about it on your channel, but talk about
Yeah,
it for
so-
the podcast too. Like, what kind of prompted this? And because a couple months ago, you were like, "Yeah, we're thinking about moving," and then you were like, "Nope, definitely not moving." And then y'all were back. You were on the fence about it.
Yeah. So it was like spring break. We saw a house go up for sale, and it was like literally across the street, I think, from our
Yeah.
house. And just the fact that it was half the price, half the mortgage, and it looked updated from what we could tell. And like we were like, oh my God, we need to go look at this. We pulled back in the driveway that day we got home from the beach. And I was literally just going to go over there and try to like look in the window or just call and be like, can I get a showing of this right now? We hadn't even gotten back into our house yet.
Creep in the neighbor's house.
Right. And then I can't tell you how many times I've done that.
Yeah.
And Katie's like, Cullen, stop. I'm like, well, it's for sale. Like, if they want me to buy it, I'm going to walk around and look at it. But we pulled back up in the driveway. We had this like, epiphany of like, maybe we don't need this big house anymore type thing,
Yeah.
because when we're at the beach, we're all cozy and we're on the cruises and stuff like that. We could live in a cruise ship room for a week by ourselves and be fine. But
I remember you telling me the kids weren't up your ass all the time because they didn't
Yeah.
feel like they were on the other side of the world from you. They were like,
Right.
they were right there, so they could see you, so you're good. So they're not, like,
Yeah. And so then
That's good.
as we were unloading all the luggage and walked back in the house, we just fell in love with the house again. And so we were like, oh, I'm sorry,
sorry, house,
kitchen.
for
I'm sorry,
cheating on you."
house. Why
Yeah.
did we do this? Why did we ever say this? And we're, I think, still in the process of the beginning stages of getting the bathroom remodeled and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So this was not anything like the bathroom remodel has nothing to do with wanting to sell the house or anything, but it's a timing,
Yeah, it
God
just
thing,
happened,
I guess.
yeah.
Like it just happened. We had to get it done because of a leak, and then now we got a house on the market with a brand new renovated bathroom and that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
then another couple months went by, and it's just like, oh God, we
A couple
don't
of those mortgage
need-
checks.
Yeah, like the
dude,
bills all
daggone.
start piling up, and then the brand
thank
deals
you.
we're still waiting 60 days out and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's not really even about that as much as it is the freedom. Like we're paying so much per month for these empty rooms
Yeah.
that we're not even
And
using.
heating and cooling that mother.
Yeah,
Daggum.
all that.
5,000 square feet or something. What is it?
46, yeah, something. It's
That's
huge.
too much to clean, to heat. All
Right,
That.
but
You can have that. Thank you.
so yeah, there was a lot that went into the process and the decision making in the beginning, kind of like I mentioned, but just the pressure from society, I guess, and
Yeah.
from the outside world of like trying to prove yourself as successful,
Right.
even though we didn't have to.
No.
And now looking back on it, when I'm on these realtor sites, I'm like, you're telling me I could have gotten a brand new house, not some old 1989 built house for half the price
Yeah.
and still like, I just feel like we'd have had so much more fun being able to do some of the stuff we wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying we haven't had fun, but like,
Just the money you could have saved
Yeah.
from spending, $1,000 or $2,000 less on your mortgage every month.
Yeah.
You could have put that away and had, you know what I mean? It's
well,
only
and
been
we
a couple
even-
years, but
Katie even said this other day. She was like, why did we even move out of the old house? Like, we were just in such a bad mental place.
Yeah.
And a cluttered mental place.
Yeah.
And space that we were like, maybe we need something bigger so we can hold all our shit. And then all that shit, if you saw some of my Instagrams, is
too
all over the
much.
place. And so
you just needed a fresh, y'all need a fresh start. I think then you
don't-
needed a fresh start.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I don't regret it at all because
Yeah.
we would have never gotten to where we are now without going through this.
Colin, this is life, dude.
Yeah,
this is life, though. This is like things change, and you're going through different seasons of your life. I mean, you just said Brooks is 3 next week, or like that blows my mind. You already got a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Well, and we kind of talked about this too. You can't chase feelings. You can't go back to thinking about certain feelings that you had when you first got married, or like I just wish Katie was the same fun chick, or vice versa.
She's a different person
because she's gone through all these mental things and physical things with 2 kids.
Y'all took the vow to change together with each other,
right?
And, see each other through the changing and all that.
And I actually listened to a podcast from Jay Shetty. He's like an inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, but he gave like 7 tips and tricks to improve your relationship. And one of the first ones was, I think that monitor's beeping. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I keep hearing something. Ding, ding, ding.
I need to turn that off. Got the neighbor girl watching my...
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry about the last couple episodes. I had my baby, but she's a talkative little baby.
We're gonna get through it again this week, but that was clutch for her to come do that. Yeah, but one of the first things Jay Shetty in his podcast said was to do something exciting together, and he even mentioned skydiving or rock climbing or zip lining, because it's kind of like on the Bachelorette or whatever. You see these people go through this like horrific or scary experience, and then he's like hugging her at the end, or vice versa. You want to go skydiving, but you get up there and your husband, he's talked you into it. And then he gets up there and he doesn't want to jump, so she has to talk you into jumping, And so there's that.
It's so funny because they just did that with Garrett from The Bachelorette. They
really?
They bungee jumped naked off of a crane, like super high up. And the guy that The Bachelorette, she's Hannah from Alabama, and then the guy that she did that with his name's Garrett. He's a pro golfer, and he's in Birmingham. He's from Birmingham. But he's not still on the show, and he's not still in the running. But that's just funny that you said that, because they just did that on The Bachelorette.
Well, see, they try to get those emotions out, pull them out of you by doing that thing.
Right, you bond over the experience of doing something crazy.
Well, and then he said something scary, like an escape room. I was like, we should do an on-location escape room thing. Like, that would be cool. But the escape room example he gave was one, like, you go through this relationship trying to, you do one thing one way and your wife or your spouse does something the other way. And so you get into an escape room and you're over there like doing together. this, and this, and doing, no, we got to go over here, pull this door down and get this lock over here, And she's spending the whole time on one little thing. And so you start getting like frustrated with your significant other, like, God, wish they
I
would
did
just
an
hurry
escape
up.
room with Annie. I thought I was going to kill her.
Yeah. But then in the end, it was all that time that the wife spent on that one little thing that unlocked the door. Like when it all came full circle. So it was like your frustration turned into admiration, and then y'all bonded that way.
How'd you know that was it?
I appreciate your analytical skills a lot more than you know.
It's like, thank you for that.
But so, there was that. Listening to music was another one. And he was talking about stuff that doesn't really cost that much money. I mean, you can do a lot of the things. I mean, I guess skydiving, but I mean, you could go on a hike and
listening to music instead of watching TV. There was this thing that popped up on my Facebook. It's like, solve a murder.
Yeah,
you and your spouse, instead of just watching TV, will go and they'll give you all the hints. I guess it's kind of like murder mystery, but it's just for like date night. It's like you and they tell you all the facts, and you've got to solve the murder. And I thought that'd be a fun little thing. Yeah. And the other night, Corey's out of town right now, unfortunately. But like the day before he's leaving, he's over here binge watching Stranger Things, and I'm like, turn the damn TV off and pay attention to me. You're leaving tomorrow. I want you to love on me, And so I turned it from that into music, and then it got from, oh, have you heard this new song? No, I haven't heard that. And then you sit and listen to it together, and it's way more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just enjoy. We used to listen to music all the time. We would never watch TV or anything like that, and then we've kind of gotten our married, comfortable, binge watch shows on Netflix. Yeah, how dare you watch that episode without me? That kind of shit. That's
we used to do that. We like, you couldn't watch it without the other person. We actually in our I don't know what you want to call it, state, last night recorded. We saw it was called what was it called? Pool Kings. Or the best pool ever, Pool Kings. It's kind of like a take on HGTV House Hunters, but it's like Pool Hunters.
Okay.
And I was like, at first I was like, no, I cannot watch this. This is going to make me so envious of these people with these like immaculate like a pool with a lazy river built into it in their backyard.
Yeah. It's
And
awesome.
then, like, as I was walking by, I saw another little clip. I was like, okay, I got to watch this later. So we literally recorded it and sat there and watched it together last night, just drooling over these
awesome
pools.
Swimming pools.
But, you know, as opposed to, like, saying we actually we were just, like, dreaming about, and, like, you know.
At least y'all are watching it together, okay?
Right.
Corey and I are in opposite bedrooms. We're in, like, opposite rooms of the house. Like, to leave me alone, I've got to finish watching Breaking Bad. Or, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a segment that I like to call that we're going to do. What is the best or the most fun app on your phone right now?
I've never even heard of this until right now.
I know. This is just a segment. So,
when you like some what's on your app?
I have been hooked on this Wordscapes app.
Okay.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like a crossword puzzle and Scrabble, or like it's like one of these,
Corey.
like where you have to make
Word
different
with friends?
words. Not words with friends, but it's like you make different words. And,
okay.
you know,
So you have to unscramble the letters that they give you, but then those letters all have to fit in the Scrabble places. It kind of looks like a.
So there's a 4-letter word ending in S right here, and so I don't know,
Okay.
like case, CASE, but I've already done case.
Okay.
So, see? But
I
like,
would hate that game.
oh my God, Katie's been on it for like 2 weeks, and every time she's like, "Do you know what this word is? Or can you figure out what this last one is?" And I'm driving, and I look over, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's Lucky." Or yeah, it's burrito. And she's like,
that's cute.
How the heck? Well, so then yesterday I finally caved in, and she was on level 60 or something after the past 2 weeks. I literally laid in bed yesterday, and I am on level 92 or something. I've already passed her.
Cullen can't get enough.
I was like, oh my gosh.
That's your mentality, though. You get like hooked.
Yeah, it's like, you're not going to beat me, like with the AC unit thing. Which, by the
Man.
way, my AC is up and running.
Yay! Can we take a minute to applaud that?
But do you have any like guilty pleasure apps that you just go to besides like the normal social media apps?
I have 100 apps on my phone, Cullen, and I swear I open my phone and look at the same 4 ones every time.
That is true.
You know what I mean? I open and close it. One of them is my Bitcoin, which is on the rise. Okay, we're finally up over what we started with.
I went through a phase of like keeping my stuff organized, and I have it like productivity, video apps.
I mean, you spend so much time on your phone, it'd be good to like, that's actually makes sense to organize your phone.
It looks like my garage, like just a cluttered mess.
Yeah,
I got 10 pages of just crap.
Why don't you just get rid of them?
Well, because I don't know if I'll ever need them.
You can always re-download them. You can always redo. That's the mentality we're trying to break, Cullen. Like me, I'll just, I'll add one, and then it'll be at the very last page. And so, but it's one that I use every day, like the Nest. Ever since, actually, Granddolly was the one that gave us a Nest camera for Sophia's,
Oh, yeah.
And we love it. And so, but the Nest camera app is all the way at the very end, and it's stupid because it's like the 1 or 2 times that I've ever used it, really.
Right.
Because I've been away from her. It's like I'll want to go check it every 5 seconds, but it'll be all the way at the back page. And I'm like, why don't I just take the 4 seconds and move the little, make it wiggle, move it over to the front page, get rid, because I'm like, I can't get rid of anything on my front page. I need everything on the front page. I know where everything is. And then you move one and all of them
go.
I'm so pissed because it's not where it was. Like your maps is moved. If you move one, then they're all rearranged to where your finger, your like muscle memory or whatever, your thumb goes to click on this and it's wrong.
There was some like trick I saw the other day that blew my mind on like how to move all the apps at once or something, delete all. I can't remember, but I was like, why have I not known that?
Right.
But there's also these apps that I have on my phone that I've just downloaded because I saw it in an ad or something, just like that Wordscapes one.
Uh-huh.
And have you ever heard of this one, Scream Go Hero? Oh my gosh.
Oh shit, what's this one?
So you have to scream to get the guy to jump. Like,
really?
so it's like,
okay.
Let's see, level 1. I saw
scream.
this was hilarious. Well, not scream, but you just have to
turn
like.
the volume down.
Like, let's see. See?
That's 14%. That's weak.
Hang on. And then they get you with these stupid ads in between. But so, let me go retry. Watch.
Okay. So you're in a scream. Oh, that's how you jump. He's a little ninja. That is awesome.
So the more intense your voice gets, the higher he goes, and then so you're going to be sitting there in public just being going.
That is freaking awesome, Cullen.
So go
I've
hero.
got to go.
Whoa!
It's so he jumps. It's like a little. So for y'all that can't see what we're looking at, it's like you know how Mario will have to like run and then jump over the little holes or he'll fall in. It's kind of like that, except instead of Mario, it's a little ninja. And in order to jump, you have to scream. So if you just scream a little, he only jumps a little. If you scream a lot, he jumps really far. That thing is awesome, Cullen. I'm totally into that.
So I got hooked on it one night and then just never deleted it because times like these, you need something to talk about sometimes, and it's like, oh.
You know what you were just saying, like how like you found this, you heard of this trick that you can move all your apps over in like one sweep. I was watching Lucy the other day. Okay, imagine if you had the mental like capability of knowing all of the backdoor tricks, like in Mario when he's running and the secret place to jump up to hit the green mushroom and the secret. And what if you knew all of life's little secret green mushroom boxes, Or
like you jump up in the cloud and
the beanstalk
just pops up out of nowhere. What's Lucy? Is that another Netflix show?
No, that's a movie where it's like Morgan Freeman is in it, and it's like she takes this. Well, it's a drug, and it busts open, or whatever. She's like trafficking drugs for this Chinese guy, and I don't know. Anyway, it busts open inside of her, and it makes you open up your mind, kind of like Limitless. It like opens up all of your brain instead of the 30% that you only use, and so it opens it up. And she's like, I can remember, sucking on your breast and talking to her mom. Like she can remember everything and like her whole brain, and she becomes this like superhero. It's Lucy. Come on. Have you not seen that movie?
Speaking of trafficking drugs, that reminded me of this article that I saw the other day that freaking blew my mind. This Coast Guard jumps onto a moving submarine full of drugs.
Oh my God, I heard about this.
Did you see this? Seized more than $500 million in drugs.
And it was like a JP Morgan boat.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like, did you see have you seen the video?
Don't quote me on that. It was like one of those big companies. It's like 20 something kilos, or I don't know, something. It was a lot. It was a lot. And it was like on a JP Morgan.
Here, look at this. Look at this.
She had to. My baby is freaking out.
Baby freaking out upstairs. Look at him beating on the top of it.
Holy crap. They knew they got something too, Cullen.
And he's opening up like hands up. Like, could you imagine?
That's some, like, Captain Phillip shit right there.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
They're like pirates.
Cool.
Anyway.
Well, cool.
That's crazy.
Jeez. Well, I'm loving the new podcast setup.
Yes,
this is amazing.
Me too. Yes,
you got your baby up there.
My baby starts screaming. I got the neighbor. She's like 12, 13. I don't want to leave her up there with the baby screaming, but she did a really good job coming over here kind of last minute and taking care of Sophia for us and just playing with her upstairs while we're down here doing this. So that's good. Now that the set is here, we have like a neighbor friend that can come help us with the baby.
Like within 5 minutes, like literally, you're like texting, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. She lives
3 houses down. Her dad plays hockey with Corey. It works out good.
That is awesome.
So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's podcast. Make sure to stay tuned for next week. I know we have a lot of good guests that we want. I have like 4 lined up. It's just we wanted to get moved over to the new set before we started like setting appointments. So we're going to have some good guests on. Y'all stay tuned for that. And leave in the comments. Don't forget to go check out Prime Life Wellness and leave in the comments your health goals, and that'll enter you in the chance to win the free products.
And if you're watching this and you want to be a guest, look out on your DMs because we're coming for your DMs.
That's right, buddy.
DMs later.
That's right. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Don't tell mom.
Peace.